Good evening, volleyball fans. Tonight is the first round of District A-3 volleyball with the Papillion La Vista South Titans up against the Benson Bunnies.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big game for the Titans. Benson is a powerful team on the hitting side. Jade Newsom is not to be messed with, but if they can shut her down, the Titans have a recipe for success this game. It's gonna be tough, because Benson is going to fight with some mojo. You are the #1 team in the state of Nebraska, in Class A specifically, excuse me. In Class A, you are the #1 team. But you cannot let up. If you let off the gas, Benson is going to take that as an opportunity.
Yes, they most definitely will. I think it is going to be a very strong game, especially with those startups for Benson when it comes to having such a strong team. It seems that hopefully they'll have some strong play. It seems that hopefully they will have some really strong plays. Well, South is going to have to make sure that they're changing up their tactics, because that seems to be the key for them to be successful. Is the more they're able to switch up their strategy long term, better it'll be. There's a point to South. That was able to go over the bet by Mayray Thaw.
The serve was from Andrea Lynn Carter, and we are getting number 5, Ella Iman, on the serve.
All right. Second point to South.
That was a great block by the Titans. Cam Bales and Larry Judson were able to just combine and make for the wall that this Titan team has been known so strongly to have.
To serve now is Ella Iman for Papillion La Vista South. Nice block there by Papillion La Vista South. It was a ball touch. That was a point by Lyric Judson on Papillion La Vista South.
Lyric Judson is the power on this team. They've got a lot of really strong hitters. But on the year, Judson's got 267 kills, a force to be reckoned with. In fact, Judson is 14th in Class A for kills.
Yep, that was Iman on the serve for South. That was a point Titans. The ball went out of play.
And that's just an unfortunate break for the Bunnies. I mean, it just did not go the direction you were planning it to. Seems like their arms went slightly too far to the left.
This strong serve back over again. Be interesting to see over the course of these sets how that was a really powerful play over by South. That being a point to Titans.
And the reason for that is because they went beyond the pole. That is a pole violation. They were out of bounds, but that set did go beyond the pole. That is a violation all days of the week.
Yes, definitely is. Really interesting to see these moves being made by the Benson Bunnies. Strong move over. That was another point to South as the ball went out of play by number 11, McKenna Sanders. Or sorry, number 12, Kenna Sanders, sorry.
Yeah, and Iman has been strong so far tonight from behind the service line.
Definitely, she's been showing she's very effectively getting those balls over the strong spots. That was first point for the Benson Bunnies.
Yeah, a celebration from the Bunnies, you see, and you know, you can't blame them. You know, Iman was on a streak. We will see Esther Toe now on the serve.
Ball went nice over to Papillion La Vista South. It was a great defense by the Titans. Benson Bunnies sending the ball clean over to South. We're now making a strong attack, which was knocked out of play, but was touched by the Bensons, which is a point to Titans.
Yeah, and that was a really strong sense of awareness by the Titans there. It was blocked off. It was blocked at the line and quickly deflected, and Titans were able to respond.
Now up to serve is number 8, Danny Valinch. See there, net violation by the Bunnies. It's another point towards Titans.
And that's just unfortunate. It got a little too close to the net there. It probably should have just let that one go. If you run into the net in any form, it's an automatic point.
That's served by Danny Valinch again. Set well over to the the Benson Bunnies, which is unable to get over the net, which is another point towards Papillion La Vista South.
Benson is really in a tough deficit here, 9-1 in this first set. We'll see Valinch continue to serve, but Benson's got to find some defense here.
They certainly do. It seems to be that as of right now, they are clearly able to make those really strong power plays. With that one right there being another point towards the Bunnies as it was touched by South as it went out of play. It is really interesting just to see how are they going to be evolving their strategy over this set.
Yeah, that was a strong set by Andrea Lynn Carpenter.
Yes, it definitely was, as we now see this Bunnies defense sending it over to South, whose defense is sending it powerful back over. It's a little too powerful, as that was another point towards the Bunnies.
Yeah, that was just a little too much power there on the side by Judson, I believe it was. No, it was number 11, excuse me, Cam Bales. Jade Newson is at the service line, and she is dangerous behind this point. On the year, Jade Newson is 18th in aces.
Yes, seeing that strength right there as that's unable to send their, are unable to deflect from that powerful kill by South.
And that was Lewis on the attack there. You don't see a lot of her in the game, Taryn Lewis, because she's just not a starter, but it goes to show how much power this team has, and that is an ace by Lyric Judson.
That was an incredible ace by Lyric Judson. Just went clean over the net, clean over well into the Bunny side of the court. Excuse me. We're now seeing a timeout by, I believe that was the Bunnies?
Yes, that would be Benson calling their timeout. And speaking of Lyric Judson, she is just phenomenal as an outside hitter / middle blocker. She plays both positions. Judson, first in Class A in hitting percentage, third in the state. 14th in Class A for kills and 9th in Class A for blocks. She really has it in all facets of the game. She's played phenomenal this season and is going to continue to play that way. Benson, if they are going to somehow pull off a miracle upset against the #1 team in Class A, this defense has got to show out. And that starts with Jade Newson, your lead hitter, who has 300 kills on the year, more specifically 342 kills on the season.
Yes, it's a very impressive score for the Benson Bunnies. Now up to serve is number 7, Lyric Judson. Judson sending that ball well over towards the Bunnies. Defense clearly taking it strong with a strong send back over to South. South sending it with a little tap over the net. Seems this is a really strong call and response play right now. They're seeing their failure to, oh no, the Bunnies are able to recover from that, send it back over. Now seeing the Bunnies sending it stronger back over towards Papillion La Vista South. You see right there, these Bunnies, looks like, ooh, that was a great block by Papio South. That ball flying out of bounds on the south side, which means a point towards Papillion La Vista South.
That was a strong volley by both sides. Benson was able to quickly respond. Almost looked like that ball was well in the net, causing for another Titan point, but they were able to respond.
Judson again with that serve, sending it back over towards South from the Bunnies. Seeing again, just some really great stuff. It seems that whatever's happened with the Bunnies, their defense is starting to pull something together. You see right there, that was a great throw by the by South with the failure for the defense to be able to claim it from the Bunnies.
Taryn Lewis is having a great night so far tonight, and Samita Rai was just unable to get to that. They've used her as a setter in that back.
Seeing once again that Benson Bunnies defense is trying their best, but they need to, it looks like, come up with a stronger plan when it comes to going up against the Titans.
Yeah, Judson with another ace. That ball had some fire on it.
Yes, it's a really strong serve. That time winding up short by Judson, which means that's another point for the Bunnies. With the replay of
on that save by Benson. Here on that side, block by the Titans, and then immediately saved.
That was an incredible volley. The time by both sides of the teams. It's right there again, trying to get that ball over the net, making sure people are aware, that being a strong kill by number 12, McKenna Sanders, or sorry, number 13, Maddie Larson.
Maddie Larson with the heat on that ball. It came straight back to the net. That's how much power she put on that ball. Insane play by Larson.
Now seeing up to serve, I think that was number 10, Tess Solomon. Yes, the strong serve by Solomon leading to another point for Titans. We're gonna see here, hopefully the Benson Bunnies defense, hopefully they're able to form a stronger wall up against South.
Yeah, Solomon has been great from the service line this year. We'll see if she can continue for it.
Seeing there, strong send back over from the Bunnies. Really great send back over from South. That was a great wall block up there by South with, with the ball sent over in there. See a hole in the Bunnies defense, taking advantage of it, and that's just something that South seems to do, which is something of a great school, something you would expect from the #1 District A school in the state.
Absolutely, and Larson just tips it over, and Benson was not prepared for that.
They certainly weren't. Hopefully they'll get better with that. See right there, it's a point South. I believe that was a 4-touch ball.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to hit that one over and hit it. They hit it again, but they clearly knew that ball wasn't going over. They just tried to make something happen.
Yeah, that was a strong serve over to the Benson Bunnies. So they are now hitting the ball up and over. That was a decent wall block, but it was not good enough, it looks like. I believe that was a net violation.
No, that is a waterfall through the block, completely broke it. And we'll see a replay here.
Yes.
But Maddox Graves has just been outstanding so far on the year.
Definitely. Seeing right there was a incomplete serve, I believe. That being a point towards the Bunnies.
Yeah, service error there. Just it happens on time to time. Now we have looks to be number 9.
Number 9 for the Benson Bunnies. That was Jade Newson. Looks like for the Benson Bunnies. That point being towards, or sorry, it's Samantha Levy. Or sorry, Garyana Levy.
And we'll see number 6 up, London Weiland. The Titans are going to use some younger players here to try to get some experience against Benson.
Yeah, I think that would be a strong strategy for them to use, especially right now, because it seems right there, another point Titans. It seems that there is a strong need for the Benson Bunnies to kind of just to get their defense together, make sure they're able to counter all these plays.
Yeah, Kenna Sanders with the heat on the outside. There was no universe where that was going anywhere. Incredible play from the Titans.
Yes. Now seeing the ball being sent over defenses by Jade Newson, or sorry, number 14, Esther Toe. Yeah, we're seeing now, hopefully, that is that Benson Bunnies defense coming back up, but there was a point South.
Newson is upset about that.
Yes.
Clearly, there was some confusion from the Bunnies side. Newson thought she had the point, but it is a no-go, and we will see Weiland again.
Yes. Weiland sending that ball well into the back of the Bunnies defense. So again, there, a smaller, I feel like that was a little bit of a smaller attack on South, but that still landed in a strong kill up against the Bunnies' defense.
Maddox Graves has been great all season. She's a strong middle blocker, a fierce presence in the middle of the net, and currently on the year is 21st in Class A for blocks.
Yes. Yeah, now up to serve is Samita Rai for the Benson Bunnies. They serve with nice into the middle of South's defenses with a really strong kill right over there from South.
Kenna Sanders again, she's been on fire tonight, and that puts it to set point for the Titans. And now we'll see Dierstad, Cami Dierstad from the line. What a play by Sanders.
Yes, Sanders is shown to be quite a powerful player with that ball going out of play now for the Benson Bunnies, that being point for Titans.
That is the set for the Titans. Your score out of set one, 25-6. For those now tuning in, my name is V. Plasek, and I'm joined by
Mike Williams.
And this is going to be a great game to you, Mike.
Will definitely be a great game. Now we'd like to talk about the NSAA. The NSAA will remind you that high school sports may not require a textbook or take place in a classroom, but they teach valuable lessons and prepare young people for life. All students who participate in activities are more likely to enjoy greater academic achievement. And if you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. High school activities are a winning part of a complete education. We're really seeing that tonight with Papillion La Vista South and the Benson Bunnies here.
Yeah, I know. You see Benson really, they've got some power behind them. I mean, Newson and Carpenter's actually a pretty good setter overall. She's relatively accurate for Benson, but this Titan team is just a machine. It's almost automatic with how they attack.
Yes, they really are a machine with it. I think they've really, over this time, just during the season, have been refining their ability to peek into those holes in different defenses and just start cracking into it. I think Benson will definitely be able to put up a good fight this game, but it's going to definitely be an uphill battle for them. Being the number 28 for the A-3 district up against the number 1 in the state is going to be a tough battle for them to win.
Benson is just such a raw team. They've got some great seniors, but most of their main talent is on the sophomore side of the ball. It's difficult to win when you have such a young team, but South, with great coaching over the years, has continued to have consistent play. In fact, between the past 6 state championships, South has competed in 5 of them, winning 4. The one they lost being against Elkhorn South back in 2020.
Yeah, I think we'll see here, because yes, South has definitely been able to produce a lot, and we are seeing some rising up in the Benson Bunnies, and hopefully we will be able to see them again for these district tournaments.
Yeah, you got to imagine that they're going to continue to try to get it to their best player. They're going to try to get it to Jade Newson, who has 342 kills in the year. She's your go-to.
She definitely is, and we're now seeing up to serve. That's number 5, Ella Iman for Papillion La Vista South. That ball being out of bounds, being another point towards Papillion La Vista South.
And Esther Toe just sails it a little too far to the right for the Bunnies, and you don't want to get Ella Iman behind the line. She is difficult as a server.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be a tough one for them to beat with there. That is a point towards the Bunnies, as the South defense was unable to really cope with the attack sent over by the Bunnies.
Strong tooling of the block by the Bunnies, able to catch the gap of the Titans, and now we see Andrea Lynn Carpenter for the serve.
Yeah, there's a great serve over by Carpenter. Now see right there again, a strong attack by Lyric Tuslin. That was just Lyric Judson, for the South Titans. Okay, we're just seeing these really strong plays coming through from South, and I'm see now the Benson Bunnies, when it comes to their defense, I think they're just trying their best to make sure that they're keeping up with it.
Yeah, and credit to where credit is due. Judson is really smart on the volleyball court, putting the ball exactly in between two players just to confuse them.
Yes, and that is the type of strategy that you would expect, that being another point out for Titans. As you see now, the Bunnies starting to come up with more powerful attacks, but they have to make sure they're not too powerful.
Sails it over the Titan defense, looking for a finger there, but did not catch it as the Lynch is yet to serve.
Yes. With now the South defense showing off again, more powerful plays being sent, and that right there is a point to South again as it went out of bounds.
Taryn Lewis has really had herself a night so far. Been great as an outside hitter. Strong sense of power. Almost looked like that bounced all the way in, but was in the out of bounds line.
Yeah, seeing there, more powerful attacks by the Bunnies over towards South. South sending it back over into the Bunnies' defense with right there a failure to get over the net, which led to a point Titans.
Reception error there by Carpenter, unable to set it back to where it needs to be. The ball was out of play, and for context, volleyball, if it is touched by one of your teammates and it goes out of bounds, that'll be point for the other team. So Carpenter had the right move going for that, and that is an ace by Valinch.
Yes, that was a great ace by Valinch, as we saw that. We're seeing now a timeout from Benson again.
What do you think Coach Mason is saying in that huddle right now?
I think right now it's probably a discussion about how South is doing these very fast, very hard plays, making sure you're ready for them and making sure that you are not scared whenever they're going through.
There's a replay on Lewis's amazing kill. Clear from the left side of the court, slams it to the right, and all of that power behind it goes straight into the arms of the defender, and it bounces right back over to the south side into the out of bounds line.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I really think that this defense for Benson has to start reading the eyes of South, because it is a 100% doable. South is a tough team, but if you can read their eyes, they are gonna be able to be stopped much easier.
Yes, now up to serve is number 8, Danny Valinch for South. That being a service error. That being another point towards Benson.
Yeah, we've seen most of the Bunnies' points in these past two sets have come from errors.
Yes, and now we're seeing Toe's serve. It's well received. They're seeing another strong, a little too strong over by South, leading to another point for the Bunnies.
Yeah, they were looking for a finger there. You see high hits like that, just trying to get the finger of the opponent.
Yes, now seen back over by Toe. The serve, and there we see it again with this incredibly strong kill over from South.
That was Cam Bales on that side. What another strong kill from Bales. She's played great so far tonight, as have all the Titan hitters. There's not been a single hitter who has played poorly so far tonight. We've seen Judson, Lewis, Sanders, Graves, they've all played strong.
They all have definitely been playing really strong. We are starting to see that Bunnies defense start to cook up as they're being able to send stronger attacks over to South, and they're able to take on more hits. I think that shows that they probably do have some strong communication there. Again, another point for the Benson Bunnies. Another
Strong hit on the outside from Benson, allowing for a chance to break this Titan defense. Garian Levy on the serve.
Yes, and they'll see in there again, South sending in their powerful attacks, and I think now the Bunnies are figuring out how to deal with it, which is exactly what you want to be doing, but not there. That was another point towards Titans.
What South is really good at consistently is threading the needle in between two defenders and finding that open hole, as Tess Solomon is to serve.
Solomon able to send it to the back of the Bunnies defense. A nice light tap over from the Bunnies to South. As South sends in, again, that being a point towards South, that ball went out of play.
They tried to rely on Samita Rai, their libero, who is a very strong player in her own right, with 413 receptions, 346 digs on the year, but she's just a bit of a shorter person, as like most liberos are.
Yeah, we're now seeing there again a good serve over to the Bunnies, sent clear over into the South ring as they now go in again with those powerful attacks, with that ball going out of bounds, leading to a point towards South.
We'll see a replay on that strong hit from Lewis. Yep, right over the head of Rai, the libero. And we continue to see South taking advantage of players' heights and skill level. They're attacking the players they view that are the weakest.
Definitely. There's another point to South as that ball was again touched by Benson. Seems to be a really strong way for South to get ace serves, to be getting those strong kills, is just to have it go out of bounds with a Benson player having touched it.
Yes, Solomon again with another ace on the night. They've just played so consistent from the service line.
Seen there, that was a great wall block by South.
Maddie Larson getting most of the contact there on that block. And she's clever, as Larson is a senior on this Titan team. It's just incredibly difficult to defend if you are an offensive player against such a strong defense.
Yeah, most certainly. We're now seeing, I think, the Benson Bunnies definitely getting smarter with their strategy for play. Now up to play is Mayray Thaw for the Benson Bunnies. See how she's able to serve it over. Serve her well into that back section, with the ball going out as too powerful of a move was made by the Titans.
Lewis puts her entire shoulder into that, and it just sails into over the court. Excuse me.
Thaw again for the serve, sending it well over into the South defense, with that time being a point to Titans.
Great tool of the block by Tarian Lewis, using where you see on the Benson defense and using it to your advantage. Hitting as strong as you can just to get it out of bounds. You can easily bounce it off the hands and in to the out of bounds line if you are a hitter. It's just a matter of the skill.
Yeah. There was a great serve over into the Benson defense, excuse me. You now see it there. Yeah, I think both defenses getting really great at that, but that time was a failed attempt by the Bunnies defense to get that ball over the net.
Yeah, Graves looks to not have a net violation there. It was definitely close. One of the players definitely got really close to that net, but Graves again with another strong block.
Is definitely, we're seeing really great defense from the Titans, but the Bunnies are definitely starting to catch up when it comes to playing their defense game well.
Graves in the back corner. Another strong attack from Graves, who is consistently one of their better hitters. She is a middle blocker, which means she is sitting in the right in the heart of the court for most of the game, which can be difficult to get points if you do not use your middle strong.
Definitely. Now seeing there, the Bunnies definitely figuring out how to use more aggression in their attacks, with that ball being out, leading to a point for the Bunnies.
Just a little too far, a little too overshot there from Papillion South on offense, but Benson is looking to return it here. We got Jade Newson up to serve.
Newson serve going strong into that defense by South. That being a great kill.
Finley Moon with her first action of the night, and she is, again, another strong hitter for Papillion South. 23rd in the class for digs, but as a hitter, Moon has been incredible in her own right. 220 kills on the year.
Now up to serve is Maddie Larson for South. There again, a great block from South. With them sending it in powerful straight through that Bunnies defense, lead to another kill for South.
Lyric Judson keeps it in bounds, got close to that line, but keeps it in. And that was a free ball opportunity received well by the Titans. Benson can't be giving up balls like that.
Really not. Larson sending a great serve over to the Bunnies defense. With that being a great point for South.
Oh, here's a replay on that kill from Judson. And Maddox Graves again on that outside, playing phenomenal. We see another timeout, looks like from Coach Julie Mason. And you've got to stop these power hitters. I mean, Judson, Graves, Terry and Lewis as well, surprisingly tonight, have been forces that Benson just has not been able to stop. 18-7, putting up more points than they did in the first set. But overall, Benson is just being killed on every facet.
Definitely. Like we said before, this is definitely going to be an uphill battle for the Benson Bunnies. And we are just seeing right now with them trying to figure it out. I do feel like compared to the last set where the Titans were able to just absolutely steamroll over the Bunnies, this time the Bunnies are definitely putting up more of a fight. And we'll see how they continue on, because there's a chance that they are starting to warm up and they might be able to now start to stand more of a chance up against South.
It's always further into the game, at least to the second set, when you see development of strategy for Benson or any other opponent facing your opponent in volleyball specifically, because you never know whose night it's going to be, right?
Yes.
It's just like basketball. Anyone could get hot at any moment. If you do not take every player into account, you're going to get killed.
There, that was a great ace by Larson for South. As we're seeing there, again, is just, or sorry, was that Sender? Or number 13, Maddie Larson, I'm sorry. Number 13, Maddie Larson. We're seeing, just again, South getting a bunch of those points through being able to send the ball strong enough, more powerful over to the Bunnies to where it gets knocked out of bounds. See there, strong defense by the Titans, by a Lyric Judson, sorry.
Here's that ace from Larson, again attacking Rye, as she is a shorter person.
Right there, that was an error getting the ball over by the Bunnies defense, that being another point towards Titans.
Jade Newsom just put a lot of power into it, but the angle was just off. If she had gotten that a little higher, that would have been slammed into the floor. Just a crucial mistake from the Bunnies.
Yes, they're seeing another strong serve over to the Bunnies. Seeing there, it's another point to Titans with their defense. I think really communication right now for the Bunnies is a strong thing that they need to work on.
Yeah, Samantha Levy getting hit in the face from that reception by Toe. And we'll see Larson continue her strong stint from the service line.
There, that was a strong serve, being a point for the Bunnies, as that was too much power into that serve, sending it out of the playing area.
Yeah, Larson just overshot that ball by a little bit, goes out of bounds, and Samita Rai now takes the service line.
Rai getting well over into that defense for South. You're seeing there, that was an attempt to get it from low, but that was unsuccessful, leading to another point for Titans.
That was a smart decision by Judson. You could have put a lot of power into that, but you didn't. You tapped it over right into the area of the Bunnies defense where there was no one there. Smart decision by Lyric Judson.
Definitely now up to serve, that is number 5, Ella Iman. See there, that Bunnies defense, I think they're starting to get more smart about how to go about getting kills, as we're seeing these shifts in their plays, that being another point towards South. This is another set point for South.
And that is, like you were saying, more miscommunication from Benson. Just an unfortunate turn of events. You've got to start talking to your teammates more. If you don't, get it in, if you can't speak to your teammates, then you're gonna lose the game.
Yes, as is usually the case, communication is key. With that being too powerful, leading to another point towards South.
And that is the set for the Titans, 25-8. For those of you just tuning in, my name is Plasek, joined by
Mike Williams.
And this has been a dominant offensive showing from South. Not just offensive, they've played great defensively as well. They've just been completely sound throughout. Now, the NSAA wants us to remind you that respect and good sportsmanship are essential for high school athletics. The Nebraska School Activities Association encourages good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and fans. During the game, fans, players, coaches, and bench personnel of both schools should demonstrate respect, sportsmanship, and ethical behavior at all times. Support your team and exhibit good sportsmanship, which South has been continuously good at overall.
They definitely have been.
I mean, you're beating a team by upwards of 15 each set, and you're still not being jerks about it. Obviously, Benson is going into this game, having a bit of a rough year, 11 wins on the year, in contrast to 25 losses. But overall, Titans have just performed great. Benson has really got to get their star hitters involved. Gary and Levy and Newsom just have not been on it tonight. They have not been able to get the sets they've been needing, because when those two are hot, Benson's got a great shot to win.
Yes, normally we've seen historically that they definitely do have a strategy of sending it over to their powerful players to send those powerful moves back, except now we're seeing how that lack of communication with their team is coming back to bite them, as South has been able to show excellent communication throughout the year, and that has been able to let them do strong communication, find those holes in that defense, and use it to their advantage.
Yeah, the defense for South has just been incredible all game. It's just been difficult for Benson to get the points they've needed, because communication has just not been where it needs to be. Especially when you're facing a tough team like the Titans, you've got to be able to talk to your other members of your team. If you aren't able to, the chances are you're gonna lose that game tenfold.
Yes, most certainly, as we're now seeing them getting ready for the next set. I am really curious what's going to be the strategy coming out of the Bensons. Is now up to serve is number 4, Andrea Lynn Carpenter. Seems like Carpenter is really excited to get this going, sending a really good serve straight over into South's defense. Seeing there again, good communication with that ball flying straight out of play, being a point towards South.
Yeah, that looked like it was gonna be a rough hit from Sanders, but it just goes over the net, and Benson was not prepared.
It's now up to serve is Iman. We've seen Iman tonight being able to serve some really strong aces straight over to Benson. See what happens this time. Seems like the Bunnies are definitely getting their defense game up. Not up enough, as that was another point towards Titan.
And Newsom claims the mistake. Obviously, it just was not quite prepared. Her arms were not in position to make the play there. And it's unfortunate. Benson can't be having these mistakes if they want to win this set.
Definitely is. See it again. Iman sending it over. With that being a straight ace, that was a very textbook ace straight over towards the Bunnies, with that being another point for Titans.
Yeah, that was just a strong hit by Iman. She's been phenomenal from the service line all game, and specifically all year. Iman has just been incredible at serving.
Yes, certainly is. We're now seeing again this Bunnies defense going in with some really powerful plays, that being a point for the Benson Bunnies.
And I believe that was number 1. That was Samia Craig, I believe, on the kill.
Yes, that was number 14, number 14, Esther Toe with that serve, being another point for the Bunnies. Clearly there's some shift in strategy for them, and they are starting to catch up. We'll see what South does next.
Yeah, Toe had a great serve there, getting the Bunnies the momentum they've needed.
That being a point South, with Toe clearly needing to figure out how to maintain that focus, maintain that calm. Don't let those moves get too powerful. Is now up to serve for South is number 3, Caitlin Dierstead.
And you see a lot of these strong mistakes. Benson will have the momentum and then will make a crucial error. If they want to come back in this set, they've got to limit their errors.
They definitely do. Seeing there again, that South defense. We're seeing that strong communication with that attempted just tap over the net being unsuccessful, being another point for the Bunnies.
Just does not get exactly where they want it to go for South. Number 11, Bales, just does not get it where she needs it.
Yes, I think we're definitely starting to see here, that being a strong kill by Judson for the Titans. I think we're starting to see potentially an issue with South of them like getting into this mindset that they have it down, and that could potentially lead to some more messy mistakes in the future.
Absolutely, I agree with you. You can't have buoyancy if you don't keep going, you're gonna give up your lead.
Yes, and I believe there's Dierstad with the serve. Sending that ball over, seeing some more confidence out of the Benson Bunnies. Right there, that ball going clean out. That is a replay of that game. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the need for a replay is here. I didn't see anything that looked illegal, but Cami Dierstead, the Rutgers commit, is going to be serving here once again.
Yes, that was another strong send over by Dierstead. That ball going straight out of play, being another point for the Titans.
Samia Carpenter just does not quite get it in bounds. Puts a little too much power on it and gets it out of bounds. It was the right angle, too much power.
Definitely. You see there again, one of the most common plays that South seems to be doing of sending it powerful enough towards shorter players on the Bunnies to get it so that it flies out of play with them having touched it.
Another ace for the Titans. They've been on fire tonight from the service line. We'll see what Dierstead does, but Benson's got to learn this defense.
Definitely do. That was a service error by Dierstead, being a point for the Benson Bunnies.
Strong strong momentum switch for Benson. They've been needing that all set.
Definitely is now seeing that was number 1, Samia Craig for the Benson Bunnies. There we saw a strong kill by Larson for Papillion La Vista South.
Yeah, just again, reads the defense and threads the needle right to where she needs to get it.
Now up to serve is number 10 for South, Tess Solomon. See here, that was a service error by Solomon. We're starting to see how there's something going on with South's offense, as it seems like their game for this third set has been getting more sloppy recently.
And I just think South is getting a little too compliant. You can't take your foot off the gas. If you do, Benson's gonna come back.
Definitely. See, I believe that was number 9, Jade Newson for the Benson Bunnies. Seeing there, that was a attempt, again, just getting that angle, getting more power into those attacks over towards South will definitely help out the Benson defense.
Absolutely. I mean, the angles of which their attacks are coming from just aren't going quite where they need to.
Up to serve for South, that's number 6, London Whelan. Whelan send the ball to that back defense, going out of bounds. Seems to be the go-to move by the Titans, but as I've said before, it seems like Benson has been heating up, as now instead of it being a 15-5, it's now a 10-5 from Titans and Bunnies.
Yeah, this has been a much better set for Benson, but they've got to get consistent on that defensive front if they want to come back.
Definitely do. And again, another service error by the Papillion La Vista South Titans. It really does seem they need to keep their foot on the gas.
And yeah, no, they're just getting too compliant. I think they're getting in their heads a little bit, and Benson is taking full advantage of it.
Definitely now see Rye up to serve for the Benson Bunnies. Again, being a great serve over to South. Clearly there's no issue with the defense game on South, as they are clearly still in the zone for that. Again, that was a great block by Benson, but unfortunately it went out of play, leading to another point for South.
Another tool of the block from Maddox Graves. She's just played so smart on the outside so far tonight.
Now is Larson up for the play? Sorry, up to serve for Papillion La Vista South. We're seeing some stronger moves by Benson over there. Clearly some more communication is happening as they're continuing. That being a great volley back over towards South. They send that ball straight into that back defense line. This has been a great show of offensive defense by both teams in this current volley going on. Seems like something's clicked with Benson and they've been able to get their defense together. With that being a point for Benson, as it was too powerful of a move by Papillion La Vista South.
Yeah, that was a strong dig from South, but it ends up no good, getting a point for the Bunnies. And that was just a strong volley. Benson defense really coming up strong.
Now, Adria Lynn Carpenter is up for the serve for the Benson Bunnies. Carpenter able to send that ball straight over to that defense. But South come in with some weaker moves, but again, they're just using that play of getting Benson descended out of the play area to get those points. Now it's number 5, I believe, Ella Iman up to serve for Papillion La Vista South.
Yeah, strong decision there from the Titan hitter.
That time the ball went well over, with the Benson Bunnies now clearly having well communication and being very ready for defending against these attacks by South, but clearly not strong enough, as there was a hole straight in the middle, leading to a great kill by Finley Moon there.
And Moon, yeah, she completely reads the defense, sees where the hole is, and knows that the defenders are all going to go for it. That communication has not been there tonight, and Moon is taking full advantage of that.
Definitely, we saw there Iman's serve going well over. Clearly, Iman is not ready to put her foot off the gas, but still Benson is not ready to give this up yet. Some really strong defense coming out of Benson. You're now seeing there, again, they're finding those holes. South is finding holes in that play.
Setter dump from Ella Iman. Smart decision, finding the open space on the floor, and you got to quickly give it up for for Weiland on that save. That ball looked like it was long gone, but Weiland saves it.
Definitely, right there we saw an error with sending the ball back over by the Bunnies, which is another point for the Titans. That being another Benson timeout.
And that puts us at 15-7 heading in to the rest of this third set. Benson, what does Benson need to do here? I mean, they've gotten a lot of they've had a lot of strong showing so far in the night, but it's just been inconsistent.
Definitely, I think it's just communication. They need to have much stronger communication like South has. And South, I think, needs to put their head more in the game. They have not won this game yet, but they seem to have the mindset that they have, leading to more and more sloppy performance.
Yeah, you can't, if you keep putting sloppy errors there, you're just gonna continue having more and more mistakes, getting Benson closer and closer in pulling up with getting at least one set. It would be really difficult for a Benson comeback to win the entire game, but they could steal a set and prevent the sweep in this district matchup. Now, I will say, District 3 tonight, the winner will go on to face the winner of Fremont and Columbus tomorrow night.
Yes. Here again, these strong moves by Benson, sending the ball over to Papillion La Vista South, who's tapping it over. Clearly, I think South is just analyzing the defense from Benson. With that right there being a point towards Papillion La Vista South as that ball was sent over with an early celebration by the Benson Bunnies.
Yeah, that was a too soon of a celebration. Benson does not finish the play, and Iman is ready to continue her strong night from the service line.
Definitely, we've seen that serve by Iman going over a little light hump over the net towards that defense with a much more powerful play over by Papillion La Vista South. That power, clearly the Benson defense was not ready for it, leading to another point for South.
Slams right into the face of the Benson defender. Strong play there. We'll see what'll happen, and for Benson to get to this game, they had to win. They did have to win a game. They beat Buena Vista the day before. They played just yesterday, so they must be a little tired.
Definitely. I can definitely believe going up against the likes of South is definitely going to be an incredibly hard task for them tonight. Their defense has definitely been able to hold up great against the wrath of the Titans, as the Titans are now sending over again more strong moves. That being a point Benson as that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, that just goes a little too far to the left. 17-8 now. And we will see Benson try to capitalize.
Yes, that was a serve by number 14, Esther Toe. That, again, being a point for Benson Bunnies. Now up to serve again. I believe that is number, again, still, it's number 14, Toe for the serve.
Strong block by Gary-Ann Levy.
Ooh, a great attempt at a kill. That being a point Titans.
Once again, it was outside of the pole. Danny Valinch now in the game for South.
Is now up to serve. It's number 8, Danny Valinch. See how Valinch goes up against this. Is she going to be able to put her foot to the gas for playing up against Benson? It looks like she's going to be able to, as Benson's getting stronger with those plays, that being a point towards the Benson Bunnies.
Tool of the block from Benson. We will see how they return with this serve.
Does Gary-Ann Levy up for the serve, with that being a strong kill by Papillion La Vista South.
That was automatic from Lyric Judson. There was no argument as to where that ball was going. Right down onto the floor, Judson, there was no time to react from Benson.
There definitely wasn't, as Dierstedt is now up to serve for Titans. That was a really strong kill by the Benson Bunnies. Here we're seeing that was looks like number 9 for the Bensons, Jade Newson.
And yeah, that was just a great tooling of the block, finding the open hole.
We're clearly starting to see more sophisticated strategy by the Benson Bunnies as they're going through this set. That ball again being too powerful, getting out.
Yeah, South is just playing too sloppy. They think they've won this game, which they pretty much have, but they gotta close out this set.
They definitely do. As they're definitely seeing 19-12, that it's getting caught up. That being a point South.
That is a line vault there from Samia Craig. Crucial mistake to kill this Bunny momentum. 12 is the most points they've put up all game.
Definitely showing how they have been able to slowly ramp it up, but they need to be able to ramp it up faster, as South is now at 5 points till game. Up to serve, that was number 10 for South, Tess Solomon. And clearly Solomon still got her head in the game as South has attempted. That being a point to South.
Yeah, that one breaks through the Bunny defense and bounces off the net. Maddox Graves with another strong kill, as Tess Solomon looks to have another strong night off from the service line. A lot of their points have come from the service.
Definitely, that being a point towards the Bunnies, as Solomon served it too far, too powerful. Clearly, Solomon has her head in the game, but is not able to keep it going.
Yeah, that was just a little too far from Solomon. We'll see what Benson does in response offensively, what they're going to respond to on defense. It's been rough defensively for them.
That's Newson on the serve. Seeing this Titan defense, clearly the Titan defense has not been giving up at all. However, they need to make sure their offense game is just as strong. With right there again, need to be able to get those attacks over towards South, because as of right now, that has been a very common mistake being made by the Bunnies.
Yeah, Newson just punches at the ball, not quite getting enough power to push it over.
Up to serve now is 6 London Whelan. Whelan sent into that back defense of the Bunnies. Bunnies trying to send it over with a power move, well blocked by South. With now we're seeing these volleys over by the Bunnies towards South, with their defense clearly being ready. Did attempt to kind of fake it out, but unfortunately it's another point towards South as they touched the ball as it went out of play.
Yeah, South reads their defense and slams it straight to Eneso. Eneso is not a starter, and they know this. So they're going to the weaker defensive points on this Benson team.
They definitely are. It's a part of that long-term strategy that South seems to have. They just need to make sure that they keep their head in the game for the duration. Right there was a great, strong attack by, I believe it was number 15, Gigsteed. That being a point to South again. It's game point now for Papillion South.
This is match point for the Titans. The Bunnies are looking mighty helpless here. We'll see how this game is going to end.
Strong serve over to that Bunny defense, which is unable to get it over the net, being an ace serve by South. And I believe that would be game point.
And that is the game. South wins set 3, 25-13. That is a sweep from the South Titans. Get out your brooms, Mike. But until tomorrow, where South is going to play the winner of Columbus Fremont, I am V. Plasek, joined by
Michael Williams. And I believe, do we still have some NSAA announcements to provide? With a specific question for all listeners out there, do you have a passion for athletics? Are you a former high school or college athlete looking for ways to stay involved? The Nebraska School Activities Association is asking you to grab a whistle. Officials are needed in every high school activity and are essential to the future of the game. Visit nsaahome.org for more information. Grab a whistle and contact NSAA to get registered. This was Michael Williams and
V. Plasek, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Have a good night.
senior is number 5, setter Ella Hyman. Ella is the daughter of Brandon and Kim Hyman. She plays basketball and is involved in Health Academy, Leadership Academy, and National Honor Society. Ella plans to attend PLV University to play volleyball and major in health sciences. Our next senior is number 6, defensive specialist, London Willie. London is the daughter of Prince and Lori Willie. She is also on the girls' track team. London's future plans are to attend college to major in psychology or forensics. Our next senior is number 8, defensive specialist, Danny Lynch. Danny is the daughter of Benson Lynch. She is a member of the girls' soccer team. Her future plans are to attend Dakota Wesleyan to play volleyball and major in biology on a pre-dental track. Our next senior is libero number 9, Cammy Kierstad. Cammy is the daughter of Corey and Beth Kierstad. She also manages basketball and is in Leadership Academy. Cammy plans to attend Rutgers University to play volleyball and major in education. Our next senior is number 13, middle blocker, Maddie Larson. Maddie is the daughter of Kirk and Nicole Larson. She's also a member of the basketball team and is involved in Empower Her, Student Council, National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Leadership Academy, Key Club, Leo Club, Book Club, DECA, a Titan Ambassador, and a junior class officer. Maddie's future plans are to attend a four-year university to major in biology on a pre-med track. And number 16, defensive specialist and outside hitter, Taryn Lewis. Terry is the daughter of Michelle Lewis. She also plays girls soccer and is involved in powerlifting, National High School Scholars, Leo Club, and Hope Squad. Taryn plans to attend Northwest Missouri State University to continue her athletics